The spinning back throw is one of my favorite throws to do. You guys normally see it in all of my videos. So in this video, I'm going to show you guys how I do that throw. And not only am I going to show you how to do it, but I'm also going to teach you in 3 easy steps. So after you're done watching this video, you'll be in your backyard, and I probably guarantee that by the end of the day, you'll be able to stick your bit just like I did with that spinning back throw. Let's get into the video. Welcome back to Midgard Axe. I am Wes, the Suburban Viking.
Do we really need to tell everyone who we are in every video?
And we're talking about the back spinning throw, one of my favorite throws that I do. As you guys know, I do it in just about every axe review that I've done. And I taught myself this throw. And I get a lot of people asking me about it, especially on TikTok, or at least commenting on the throw. Wow, that's a really cool throw. I wish I could do it. Well, now you can't say that anymore because I'm going to teach you guys how to do this throw. There are 3 crucial things about doing each one of these steps, and when you put it all together, it's even more crucial. Number 1, first thing you need to pay attention to is that when you go to release your axe, your arm position and where it lines up at with the target. Of course, if you come down too low, you're going to throw underneath the target. If you go too high, you're going to throw above it. So where your arm is positioned when it comes around is crucial. Try to remember that when you're doing these drills, to try to keep your arm length in the same spot or around about that area. Number 2, the next thing that's crucial is going to be your release. You got to try to keep your release, meaning when you go to release this axe, it is the same each time, okay? Now, I will tell you guys, when I go to release this thing, I don't throw my hand open like this. It's more of a gentle release. It really is. It's more of a gentle release. If you start doing this, you're going to start manipulating your axe handle in ways you don't want to manipulate it. So it's not a fast release. It is a slow, kind of gentle release out of your hand. And I would suggest that you practice that release because that also is crucial. And the last thing, guys, is going to be release point, meaning where you release your axe as you're coming around sideways. If you release it too early, you're going to be going way far left. If you're releasing it way too late, you're going to be going way far right. Okay? So you're going to want to pay attention when you release your axe. If you are throwing it around the area, make sure you pay attention as to where you're releasing your axe. So let me show you guys how to do step 1. Okay? All you're doing is you're putting your throwing arm towards the target. You're orientating your body sideways. And all you're doing is just throwing your axe out to the side and releasing it. You can look at the target, of course. And you're really just paying attention to your arm level, your release and release point. You're not doing any spinning yet. You're just trying to get accustomed to throwing it sideways like that, okay? Just like that, guys. That's all you're doing. You're just slinging your axe towards the round. You're making sure that you're paying attention to all of what I taught you a second ago. Release, release point, and arm level. And you got to remember, this isn't going to be something that you can do right away and get it. Some of you may. Some of you may be able to take these steps really fast and get to it, spinning in your backyard before the day's over. But you're going to have to remember that all of this stuff, guys, takes practice. So you're going to have to stand there at that position and keep doing it until you can repetitively hit maybe 2, 3, 4 times. And then move to step 2, which is I'm going to show you guys now. Okay, guys, so step 2 of the process, you're incorporating step 1 in it. All you're doing is that you're going to keep your back now to the target, and you're going to spin your hips around and release the axe into the wood round here. Now, I will tell you, I've taught this throw to like 1 or 2 people before, and they both did the same thing, which is when they did number 1 fine, but when they got to step 2, the first thing they wanted to do when they rotated their hips to try to get their axe out is they started looking at the axe as it came around instead of looking at the target. And you don't want to do that. Your eyes are going to be your focal point on your target, and that's where your body's going to kind of tell you to throw whatever you're throwing. When you get really good and you've been doing something for a really long time like I've been doing, axe throwing, I don't even think about it anymore. My body kind of just takes over and tells me when I should release the axe. I know that sounds weird, but some of you out there that play sports know what I'm talking about. You don't think about it anymore. Your body just kind of takes over. And that's what's happening here. And I will suggest, guys, you do not need to throw it hard and you do not need to go fast. Make sure your bit is sharp and you should be good, especially with a wood round. Okay? Just like that. That's all you have to do. You're practicing opening up your hips, spinning around, and that arm level, release and release point are crucial too. So you got to remember, you're adding in movement now. You're adding in movement. Don't let the movement change your arm height. It can. Some people will start moving their body around, and the first thing they want to do when they come around is drop their arm. It's really easy to do. Make sure you're thinking about that. And like I said before, once you do it enough, you don't really have to think about it much anymore. Now, when you're moving your hips around in step 2, you got to pay attention to your right foot and how you want to do it. There's a couple different ways that I do it. You can either come down with your foot like this, okay? So your foot is basically going this way and you're rotating your body around. But I will tell you, if you do it like that, you're limiting yourself on power. Or you can do something else, which is something like this. Okay? And what you're doing is that you are basically moving your foot as it hits, and you're going to twist your hips. You're moving your foot with it. That will allow you to explode your hips into your throw and cause your axe to fly faster. Now, when you get really good, you can do both and throw it really hard, but I found that either stepping with an open foot or rotating your foot with your hips will give you kind of maximum power, and you're not being hindered by your hips basically opening and then being stopped, if that makes sense. Now, this is the hardest part out of all of them, because now you're doing a full 360 spin into step 2 and step 1, but you're losing the target for a little while. And the best way that I can describe this to help you out is to, before you spin, you're looking at the target, right? The best way that I can tell you to practice this is to try not to move your head. And it's crucial. If you can keep your head at that same level when you do your full 360, you can kind of judge where your arm's going to be at. I know that sounds crazy, but just hear me out and watch this. As long as you're not bobbing your head really crazy, your arm's not going to move up and down crazy, right? If you keep your head on that same swivel at the same level when you come all the way around, your arm's going to want to kind of naturally stay in the same place. So you can kind of line your body up. As you guys see me when I do my back spin and throw, I'll kind of come up and I'll kind of get set. I'm judging where my head is, so that way when I do my 360 spin, I'm not moving my head around too much, and my arm's going to naturally follow a plane to be able to release the axe, okay? I know that sounds crazy, but once you start doing it and you try that, you'll go, okay, I know what he's talking about. Okay, so here we go. And we don't have to do it really fast. We can do it moderately. I'll be honest with you guys, I'm not really good at doing this slow because I've been doing it so fast now. I feel like if I start doing it slow, I'm going to mess up. So I'm going to do a moderate one, and then I'll kind of try to slow it down a little bit and show you guys a little bit more technique. Just like that. Like I said, you don't have to worry about being accurate, okay? You really don't. You're just throwing your axe in the target, but if you throw one axe and you don't like the way it sticks, throw another one right next to that one and it'll make you feel better. There's two different kinds of spins that you can do, and you guys have probably seen me do both. The first one is what I like to call like a hop spin, where I'm actually coming off the ground as I start my spin. It looks like this. I'm adjusting my feet and it's easier for me. I'm a little older, guys. I'm an old guy, but it helps me maneuver myself around when I'm up in the air. So it's like I'm bringing my left foot up and I'm spinning my body around while I'm in the air. You can do it like that. I prefer it like that. But you can also just kind of just maneuver your body sideways like this. And what you're doing is that you're pivoting your left foot around. And I'll try to get it really close to the target and show you what I'm talking about. Watch my left foot. See what I did? All I'm doing is just, like they say in baseball when they teach people how to squash the bug when they're rotating their back foot when they're hitting the ball. You're doing the same thing, but you're doing it with your left leg. So you're just basically twisting your hips and rolling your left foot around and twisting your left foot around to get the position that you need to throw the axe. Now, the only reason why I don't like doing that one very much, and I'll show you guys why. The reason why I don't like doing that is because if you don't get the right spin, you can move a lot more. And I know you're like, well, you're hopping when you start. Yeah, but when I hop, I'm coming back down to the same place, and I can control that. Whereas a spin movement, I could spin on my outside of my foot more, the inside of my foot more on that throw, and it can kind of throw you off a little bit. So if you're going to spin that foot, you really need to practice it a lot more than the hop one, in my opinion, because it gives you more error, more chance for error, I should say. Whether or not you do the hop spin or you do the spin with your foot, it will cause you to do different things with the axe. I've noticed that when I want to be a little bit more powerful, the hop spin makes it easier to do a power backspin throw, whereas the spinning on my left foot makes the axe come out of my hand a lot faster, if that makes sense. You can get it out a lot quicker, and I'll show you the difference between the two now. Okay, so there's a difference between the two. You saw the hop and you saw the spin. Like I said, guys, I prefer more of the hop. It lets me get my weight around a lot easier and get more accurate, so to speak, into the target. When I start spinning, my joints aren't the best, so they kind of have to they're like, hurry up, keep up with him. And then I kind of get off balance. So if you were really throwing more than one axe, as you guys see me do that backspin throw, and then come into another throw, I prefer the hop because it feels like my weight is more centered to be able to recover for another axe throw. One more thing I'll tell you guys is that if you haven't noticed when I do my axe throws, even when I'm throwing a single axe, you'll see me do this weird thing where I throw and then I bounce back up. The reason why I'm doing that, it's muscle memory. I'm basically preparing myself for a second throw even though I don't have a second axe. And that's why I like practicing so much, because it's muscle memory. I just get in the habit of boom, and then I come up really quick, and I'm like, boom, ready for another throw even though I don't have an axe. It's just how I do things. And I will tell you, your follow through on this is critical if you want to practice with another axe, getting a second throw in, okay? So when you see me do my backspinning throw, you'll see me sometimes I'll kind of pose for the camera, and then a lot of other times you'll see me kind of whip around and my body comes around. Now I will say doing that spin at the end also will add velocity to your throw, but it also positions you perfectly if you have another axe to throw it into the target. And let me show you guys. It looks something like that, guys. When you go to position yourself to throw that backspin and throw, and you spin through it, not only does it give you a little bit more velocity in your axe, but it also sets you up for a second axe throw if you want to do it. Another option you guys have is cold steel Spetsnaz shovel head. This is a great axe to practice with, or shovel I should say, to practice with, that you can use to practice axe throwing. And the reason why I like it so much is because you can do trick throws with it. And you get a bit from here all the way around. So you had a lot of bit surface to use to stick. And it'll help you with release point, and the axe won't be bouncing out of the target because you didn't hit that specific spot on the bit to get it to stick. You have a lot of room for error with this that you can hone in later, but it gets your mechanics down to be able to throw, and I'll show you guys that. If you guys haven't seen the review I did on the Cold Steel Spetsnaz shovel head, you should go check it out. I threw this thing crazy, and I even threw it for distance, man. A shovel. But it's great for back spinning throws, guys, and I'm telling you, you should get one. Even if you get it to dig with and you want to do some special throws with it or something outside of a throwing axe, get one, guys. They're great for back spinning throws. And that's how you do it with the Cold Steel Spetsnaz shovel head.
Are you done?
Great shovel, guys. Get one.
Now let me use it to beat Loki.
Boom, right in the bullseye. Bam.
He deserves it.
I would suggest starting out with a lighter, smaller hatchet, tomahawk axe, whatever you want to call them. I used the Cold Steel Trailhawk here. It's only weighing 1 pound and 3 ounces, and I cut the handle down to 15 inches. You can get fairly close. You don't have to stand really far away. You can get really close and practice that. Make sure you pay attention to axe head weight too. That's why I suggest going with something lighter and shorter. That way you can build up to a heavier, longer axe. The heavier these heads get and the longer the handles get, the more difficult it is to pull off that throw. So try something lighter and shorter, and you should be good. See? That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Every time I make video. Stand about right. Might be a little far away. But yeah, there you
Got
go.
it.
There you go.
No spinning back throws for me.
Okay, no, seriously, come on, let's do it. I made a video just now of how to teach someone how to do a spinning back throw. So here's what we'll do. I had you go through all 3 steps. Okay, so all you're going to do is put your left foot here, take the axe, and throw it like this into the target. That's all you have to do. Okay, good. All right, so he's done step 1, and you've never attempted this throw, right?
No, I don't have to do anything.
All right, got it.
Yeah, pivot and throw. We're not doing a hopping over here. All right, ready?
Yeah. There you go.
Ha-ha! How you like that? So the eyes transition on the target like a pew-pew before you actually release or pull the pew-pew trigger.
There you go.
Booyakasha!
Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna have him do a full spinning back throw. He's done step 1, he's done step 2. So go ahead and set up. Now, if you wanna do the hop, you can.
Okay.
That hop that you did.
So initially, I'm assuming you're gonna be starting in this position.
Correct.
Okay.
Well, actually, you're gonna be starting
Sideways.
here, or you can start like, a lot of times I start like this.
So it's like a half stance?
It's like a half stance, and then you're hopping
Okay.
here and then throwing. However
Okay.
you wanna do it.
Yeah.
This is where your head staying level is crucial. It's gonna determine.
I think actually kind of like when you get in a situation or just stance, not just look straight forward and say, okay, I'm gonna praise the Lord and turn. I think you should actually make contact before you make that transition. To
Yeah, that's exactly what I said.
Damn it, missed it.
That's okay.
Damn, I was right under it. So now I got a cookie over here rocking, so he's adding more factors to the equation.
You need to go over some.
Okay, I'm gonna go over some.
Yeah.
But he's making it more strategic and hard for a beginner right now by rocking the target. So I'm gonna show you how to advance the beginning skills right now. He's got a, okay, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
It'll actually help your axe go in if you time it right. All right.
So I believe visualization like you described, keep your eyes on the target. Maybe get a last glance before you turn to kind of keep that muscle memory and the focus. Damn it. Missed it
okay.
fucking again.
It's okay.
I shaved that damn same spot off at the bottom. Literally the same spot. I just hit it off. Are you kidding me?
Here it is.
Okay, so I think what I'm doing is I should probably actually talk about maybe having my arm at a level playing field to the release point.
Here's what you're doing. And this is what I was telling you guys earlier. It's really easy to do. What's happening is that when you were here, your arm level was perfect, okay? When you turn your back, your arm level was perfect. But now that you're adding more movement and you're doing that hop, your arm is falling lower than it was with the other two. So
gravity with anything with a weight in your hand or anything like that.
With movement.
It's like
with movement, it makes it harder.
Right.
Yeah, it just does.
So you got the drag to come across, so as you're turning like that, you have to keep an even playing field like that.
You do. You got to remember to keep your arm level.
So maybe add some shoulder muscles into it. Let's see. Let me raise it up a little bit and see if I can.
Do this for me. You've done it all those ways. Do it for me this way. Put the axe up like this, like you're holding. Now put your left hand on it a little higher. A little higher, right there. Now what I want you to do is I want you to transition from there, releasing the axe handle with your left hand as you're spinning to get it into your...
My left hand?
Yeah, you're going to release it. No.
Let go with your left
You're going to let go. When you start here, as you go to spin, release it with your left hand. Like that.
That action, or you show me like that?
Yeah. No. You aim for the sign after he said not aim for the sign, so you're done.
Talk about the way you hold.
Yeah, you just enjoy that drink over there and just stay out of camera right now and let the grown men over here focus on what they need to focus on right now, all right? All right.
Okay, you ready? Let go. Look at that.
Boom!
Oh!
Hey, like that.
Was I right or was I right?
We just explained this 3 times to you.
You got step by step before you did the spinning back.
Well, unfortunately, we don't have any shelters or nuclear shelters over here for fallout, so
Yes.
We're out of here.
First one to be asked into the video.